There were no real announcements at this afternoon's press conference. Instead, the Chief Minister invited us to think of how far we've come in 5 years and rejoice.
5 years after the first lockdown, everything has gone back to normal. But nothing will ever be the same again. I think it's important that we reflect on where we were and where we are. We still have this running sore of the Brexit negotiation. That's very tough. It's very important. But in the context of an existential public health challenge that could have wiped out populations, we are in a slightly better place, and it's important that we put everything in its proper context.
The COVID-19 pandemic was expensive and it hurt Gibraltar's economy. But the Chief Minister says we've recovered now and are flourishing.
The road to economic stability has been long, and challenges remain. But Gibraltar has once again demonstrated its ability to weather even the worst storms. The public finances once again stable. The relief that we have now is, frankly, in my view, something that we must always contextualize so that we can rejoice from it and realize that we escaped that particular existential threat, which was about human life. We might have economic threats, we may have other issues to deal with, but when you put them in that context and you contextualize it properly, it almost gives you energy to go ahead.
Remembering the 114 members of our community who lost their lives to the virus, Fabian Picardo took aim at those who spread disinformation about the pandemic.
This is idiotic opinion having the opportunity to be shared as widely as trusted media sources. That has distorted the world. What has happened, in effect, is that the idiots have got the opportunity to be listened to by a very large number of people. I want to remember those who died. I wrote to the families of each and every one of them. I want you to remember the dark days of the pandemic so that you can relish every moment of the freedoms that we enjoy today. COVID is now but a memory. But in the memory of all those that we lost then, I pledge never to forget. Please join me in that pledge.
There were no real details on the COVID inquiry. The Chief Minister said those are expected in the coming days.
Public health-led issue for us, one where we can learn lessons about how to address a pandemic in the future when it comes. What are the things we did well? What are the things we didn't do so well? What are the things that we did badly that we should not do again? That's the value of a COVID inquiry in Gibraltar.
Mr. Picardo said we will have a COVID memorial and there will be a remembrance service before the end of the year.